Can I go? I want to give can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you? Okay. I want to give a high five to Debbie Orr once again, because she's just amazing. When I ask her what I think is a difficult question, she just comes right through and lays it all out for me. And she's just a godsend.
Love it. Love it. All right. Thank you, Jennifer. Who else has some gratitude? Dane 11.
Yeah, I want to give a high five to Jen Henry, but also to the whole KW 203 organization, because I had a listing presentation last night via Zoom because the prospective clients are in Asia, so there's only a small window of hours that we both be awake to be able to communicate. And I haven't had done a listing appointment with total strangers in a long time, and I think I myself as being on the shyer side. And if it wasn't for all the training and prepping, and I had a last minute phone call with Jen in the afternoon, it really got me through it. And whether I get the listing or not, I thought I did a really good job. And I felt really confident going in there. So high five to all of you.
Love it. All right. John Mendez.
Hey, Dan. I got massive amounts of gratitude for Donna Gilbert and just introducing me to the Pivot Shift community, because I was able to meet pretty much most of the people at Family Reunion in person, and like the love and just the positivity, the energy from that community in person is like 10x from on the Zoom call. And it was just really unreal getting to meet all those people in person. So I'm grateful for her introducing me to them.
Absolutely. And for those of you who missed it, the amazing Donna Gilbert was on stage at Family Reunion for the Pivot Shift Ahead breakout. It was awesome. She was up there with some rock stars just like her, and it was a great session, packed room. It was awesome. All right, Steve Scott.
So I have to be grateful for our time together in Orlando. I have to say it was the camaraderie, the togetherness, the sharing, the opportunity to be amongst all of those amazing people in this company and our group specifically, guys. And I can't say this enough. We have an amazing organization. KW 203. I can't even count how many people came up to me, like within the region, or people that I just know in KW, and they know of our success. They know what's going on here. They know we have our Crush It call every day. They don't, guys. They're jealous of our culture. And they just, are so complimentary of what we have. So I appreciate you all so much. And I want nothing more than for all of you to go to Family Reunion next year. Honestly, we got to find a way to do it. Let's break all records. Let's take up the whole section of the big room when Gary Keller's talking to us. I think it would be amazing. So I'm just grateful for that experience for sure.
Anaheim 2023. Love it. All right, Donna Gilbert.
Yeah, I just got to say it was an amazing experience. It was my fourth one. And exactly what Steve just said, this company is so powerful and so amazing. You have no idea unless you go to these things. You go to these family reunions, mega camps, get on the group calls and see there's so when I was up on stage, it was so amazing to look out and see all of these faces there supporting, lifting, clapping, the whole 9 yards. It just made me, I said to James, I said, I don't know, why am I up here? I'm up here with these MREs. I'm like, why am I up here? And he said, everybody has a story and somebody needs to hear yours. And it touched my heart so much. And then as I'm walking through the halls, people are saying, are you Donna Gilbert? I mean, it was insane, but it filled me in a way that said, yeah, go out and do more. It makes me want to be a better person. I know that sounds corny, but it really does. And I did shout out from the stage when he asked me what my morning routine. I said, and then I roll onto my 9 o'clock office call. And James turned around and said, yeah, you guys have that every morning, don't you? Because you've got a great market center. We do.
Hey, Donna, I have to tell you, several times I lost count in hallways, in elevators. People would see my lanyard and my name. They didn't comment on my name. They commented on Stamford, Connecticut. Oh, do you know Donna Gilbert? Yes, I know Donna Gilbert.
I'm the poster child. That's okay. I'm representing you. It's not about me. It's about us.
Love it. All right, Dave DeVito.
Yeah, I wanted to give a big thank you to Marlon and to Adonis, who helped me coordinate a really great event on Tuesday with the CT RIA. We had about 35 investors, realtors, and clients out, and had some good speakers. And everyone was just raving about our office. Very thankful that that's going to be the new home of Fairfield County CT RIA. So I know a lot of you are at family reunion, but hopefully next month we could see a lot more of you all, because it's a great opportunity to network. I myself got about 5 new contacts that I've already engaged with since Tuesday's event. So it's a really good opportunity for you all. So let's pack that room next month.
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Dave. All right, Adonis.
And I'm just extra grateful for Sean Aker and his talk on happiness. And I'm grateful that KW as a whole got to experience that, so we can all have more positive mindsets and spread positivity out to everybody else. And everybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, I would encourage you to find a way to listen to that speech. It was awesome. It was worth the ticket price alone, for sure.
Love it. Love it. Absolutely. And that was the inspiration for our bold law today as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about the keynote in our bold law of the week today as well. But I got to keep this gratitude train rolling. Marlon.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you again, Dave, for shouting me out of that. I want to thank you for trying to bring more people into the office, and they could see our culture and see how how we run here in KW Stamford. And I just want to be grateful for that, for the opportunity, for giving me the opportunity to help you. And I appreciate everything that you're trying to do for us. Thank you, Dave.
Love it. Awesome. Thank you, Marlon. Moses.
Hey, Dan and Steve, thank you very much for the last night's career. My wife is in process of getting her license, and she enjoyed the conversation and all what you guys have talked about. And I believe it's a very simple thing that we complicate. The agents complicate the things instead of keeping it simple. But thank you very much. She enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Thanks for sending her our way, Moses. It was awesome to have her there. She gave you a little shout out at the end too. All right. Last call for gratitude. Last call for gratitude.
Me.
There's Debbie.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to all our Rockstar team. Rick, Steve, you, our team, because Donna, who was there, giving, a face for our market center. But I think because of you guys, we have grown the company and our office so big, and Steve for bringing on all the agents to help us, grow and become what we are. And Rick Scott for educating us. So it's a whole teamwork that, and you always say teamwork, it's what we're all about. So I just have to be grateful, and each one of us be grateful for the team we have. Adonis, Lisa, for always supporting us, Jen. So you guys help us grow, and we're believing ourselves and we can do it.
Love it. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. All right, Carlos, sneaking in at the end there.
I wanted to sneak in and say thank you to the agents, right? It's always nice seeing agents. They give us that energy. You don't understand how much energy you give back to us, right? And a very special thanks to our leadership team. We were down in Orlando, and our leadership team was holding it down here, making sure that big thanks to Adonis, Marlon, Marty, Shai, our boy Sam, I can see Lisa, and everybody else who just holds it down while we wouldn't be able to do we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do without these amazing people. So thank you guys for all that you do. We're eternally grateful.
Love it.
Why are people under his desk? Oh my gosh, there's someone under my desk. I have to go.
Nice, Carlos. Nice. All right. So we've got a couple things coming up next week. April, you on the call here? We got a couple happy hours next week, I think, right?
Yes, we do. We've got our Newtown Co-Broke happy hour. I reached out to everybody personally last night and left a voicemail or a phone call. So I have 7 people coming to the Co-Broke on Tuesday in Newtown at Marketplace. And Tuesday night is the Coldwell Banker event. So one of the agents that I'd done transactions with, she's going to come to Westport on Thursday. And that one is in the Westport office from 4 to 7.
All right. So we've got Tuesday in Newtown, Thursday in Westport. Who do you know? If you're not sure, if you can't remember, reach out to Steve, Carlos, or I would be more than happy to pull a co-op agent list for you. So you could have all of the names of the people that you've done transactions with. But if you have agents that you've enjoyed working with, invite them over to either our Newtown co-op agent happy hour or our Westport co-op agent happy hour Tuesday or Thursday night next week. All right. We've got a few other
is
things.
at Marketplace.
Correct.
so everyone
So
knows it's
Tuesdays
not
is
in the
not at the
office.
Newtown office. It is at Marketplace, which is right on Churchill Road.
And all of the slicks that you could use with all of the details and who is sponsoring the events. Marlon sent out, I think last week. And I also posted them yesterday in the KW 203 Bulletin Board Facebook page, as well as the social committee.
Awesome. All right. So next week we have our Best of Family Reunion Mastermind at 1 o'clock on Monday. Be there, put it in your calendar. Everybody who attended Family Reunion, whether virtually or in person, is going to be sharing their biggest ahas and notes. I have an entire tablet full of all kinds of notes and ahas. And I know that all of your colleagues do too. So be there Monday at 1 o'clock for that. Our One Thing book club is, our book club is going to be shifting now to our next book, which is Shift by Gary Keller. Rick sent that announcement out yesterday. All right, so you have until Monday at 11 a.m. for our first round of that. And I think it's up to about page 40 or so, I think was what he sent out yesterday. All right, so look for the Shift Book Club. All right. And then we have a 1 o'clock Ask Rick at Almost Anything on Tuesday. We have a session at 1 o'clock on Wednesday about the KW Expansion Network. All right. And then on Thursday next week, we have a 1 o'clock session on LinkedIn tools and coaching. So stay tuned next week. We got a lot of stuff coming to us. Donna Gilbert.
We have one other thing on Thursday, March 3rd. We're going to have our first, it'll be 12:30 to 1 o'clock. We'll have our first, the 30 minutes that you don't want to miss. And it's a surprise guest star, and that will be happening every Thursday at 12:30. There'll be just a little 30-minute nugget that you can take away, and it will be actionable.
Love it. All right. That coming from our ALC Productivity Committee. I love it. All right. So complaining equals garbage magnet, right? How many people know those? How many people have somebody in their life that they almost dread that, like seeing their name pop up on their phone, or when you see them down the hallway at the office, you take the longest route possible to get back to your desk just so you can avoid seeing them, right? Now, we don't have those people at Keller Williams, but my point is that negativity is in our world, right? There's negativity all over the place. Some people are just negative people. Some people have that perspective that no matter what happens, things are going to go wrong. And here's the thing: when you put that energy out into the world, what do you think you get back? The exact same thing, right? Which is why those people always seem to have things going wrong in their life, and they always seem to want to tell you about it, right? So I thought Sean Akers, I thought this bold law was a great choice for this week, just because of the keynote on Monday with Sean Aker, who is the author of the book The Happiness Advantage, and his newest book, which is Big Thinking, I think it is, right? Something like that. So and essentially what the entire, to sum up the keynote kind of in 30 seconds or less, I would say this, happiness and gratitude are choices that we get to make. And by focusing on, they're not things that we accomplish. They're not things that we receive for certain behaviors or certain actions. They're choices that we make internally first. And we got to play some fun little games during the keynote address that just proved that when you make the choice to choose happiness or gratitude, other people have no choice but to respond in kind. When you smile, a human's natural response is to smile back. When you show gratitude, our natural response is to show gratitude back, to show thanks back, right? So remember that, and that is the whole point of these Friday calls, right? Remember to stay in gratitude. Remember to stay in positivity, and don't just stay there, but put it out to the world. And you'll be shocked to see how much of it you get back. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Stay safe today on this beautiful wintry morn where everything's covered in white. I love it. Stay safe today. Let's get out there and sell some houses this weekend. All right, let's go out there and who wants to take a listing this weekend? Who's going to go out and take a listing this weekend? Well, really? Not everybody? I'm seeing some faces that are not excited about taking a listing this weekend. All right, there we go. Debbie's in, Donna's in, Amy's in, Silva's in. How about you, Jane? How about you, Suzanne? How about you, MP? How about you, Jen Davis? How about you, Dana Levin? How about you, Moses? How about you, Alice? How about you, Tony? Come on, Cal, Chris. All right, let's go out and get some listings this weekend. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you back here in the Zoom room on Monday morning at 9 o'clock.